Here, ladies and gentlemen, we have some exciting news for Grand Summoners. We have ReZero coming out literally in a few days, I think. Yeah, December 11th is when we get the ReZero collab and we get the guaranteed crossover unit. Tons of stuff to talk about with all this. Plus, we have a roadmap of what's coming out in December, plus what's coming out in early January. And I think we're even getting another roadmap, or supposedly getting another one, I think, after all of this for the rest of the anniversary, because we're starting the third anniversary a little bit later this time around. They're actually starting it in January instead of starting it in December. So I mean, that is something to think about. Cover everything in videos, you know, whenever they come out and all that. So if you guys are brand new to the channel, you like GS, all that good stuff, make sure you subscribe, because your boy be there at it. I might be a little late, like a day or so, just because I'm still dealing with my sickness, trying to get healthy and everything, but I will be there, I promise. Also, I am gonna apologize already if this video isn't as heavily edited as others. I have not been feeling too great in terms of my stomach recently. Yeah, I've been having to take it pretty easy, but we're gonna try to do the best we can for this video. So first things first, let's talk about the stuff that everybody wants to know. And that is ReZero coming out on December 11th to, I'm assuming, however long. I'm pretty sure it's gonna last like for at least 2 months. And we got the ReZero login bonus, which is really dope. We have the units as well. They didn't show them here, but we can bring up all the units in terms of what they do and everything, so I can show you a glimpse of them. But yeah, we have the ReZero login bonus starting out. This is gonna be on day 1. As soon as you log in, after the maintenance is finished, you're getting a guaranteed crossover unit. This was the same as it was in JP, and it's gonna be the same, I'm assuming, moving forward with any crossover that has more than 3 or 4 units on it. They're gonna give us a crossover ticket. Then of course we also have the brand new story event that is coming as well alongside ReZero, which is very exciting. You know, gives you some stuff to do. And also, I don't think they say it here, but you can get all of these guys up to luck 120. So make sure you farm the event, give them to 120, get the luck bonuses, all that good stuff. And then on December 21st, we're gonna have part 2 of the ReZero story come out, and we're also going to be having the raid event coming out, I'm assuming on the 21st as well, which is going to allow you to craft and get their true weapons from the raid. So the way how this works is that you craft your true weapons, you know, at Gilliam, or you know, at the blacksmith in town. But in order for you to craft the true weapon, for one, you need to already have the event weapon, and then you need to grind the raid materials from the raid to, of course, craft one of the true weapons for one of the units. Let's say like you pull Rim or Emilia, then make sure that at least with part 1 of the story, you do farm their equips, so you can have those maxed out, ready to go whenever this releases, so you can just instantaneously get it. And then on December 15th, we're going to be having the Christmas event come back with the Christmas equips. I think this also, well, the Christmas equips don't come back to the 25th from what it says, but the Christmas event starts on December 15th. This is a pretty okay event, not anything crazy. You could do this for some LB stones, some other things. It's a pretty okay event, you know, more content for the game, why not? And then the most exciting thing from this entire roadmap is on January 12th, we're going to be having the Forever Summons returned and updated, so they're going to be having new units in them. I don't know if we're going to be getting the double super Forever Summons that JP is getting. I highly doubt that. I think we're just getting the regular Forever Summon this time around, but this is coming on January 12th. We have a confirmed release date for the Forever Summons, ladies and gentlemen. So mark your calendars, get ready. And if you don't know what a Forever Summon is, I have a card popping up on screen right now in the top right. There, if you click on that, it'll take you to a video that explains to you exactly how Forever Summons work. And then on February 8th, we're going to be having the 3rd anniversary Grand Summoners giveaway. But yeah, this is all getting updated. The 5-star legend ticket update, the true weapon, the ultimate hero, all that type of stuff, everything is getting updated on these ticket summons. So I'm going to be having new videos out for that. Whenever that comes out, I'll be telling you exactly who you should be getting and all that good stuff. But yeah, that is the entire roadmap. That's what's going to be coming out. ReZero 3rd anniversary celebration, Forever Summons in January. Lots of good stuff, lots of stuff to get hyped about if you're a fan of GS. But real quick, let us talk about the ReZero units, because I know a lot of people have been questioning this. A lot of people have been asking. If you don't follow JP, then of course I want to give you an idea of what you're going to be dealing with here, so why not? So these right here are going to be the 4 units coming out to Grand Summoners Global. We are going to be having Ram, Beatrice, Emilia, and Ram. Now, as for what they do, we got Ram first. Why not just go down the list? So Ram is a Earth Demon type. These are her stats. These are her slots right here. Her skills: 11-second cooldown, 1400% Earth damage magic for 6 seconds to reduce the enemy's attack by 10%. For the normal art is 13,000% Earth damage magic for 15 seconds to increase allies' resistance to the element they have an elemental advantage against by 40% and increase allies' freeze resistance by 100%, 1000 break. True art is 32,000% Earth damage magic for 35 seconds. Allies gain a damage barrier that negates 4,000 plus Rim's defense value damage. 2300 break. So for example, how this works is, let's say her defense is, like it says here, 26,039. They would add 26,039 to the 4,000 barrier, so it would increase it to the new value. So the higher her defense, the higher this barrier will be. It's okay, not anything crazy, but she has the abilities at the start of the quest: increase own arc gauge by own luck, does not stack with abilities of the same name. And why not talk about the true weapon as well, because this is a craftable true weapon. Everybody will be able to obtain this by playing the event, doing the raid, all that good stuff whenever it comes out. So her true weapon is Ram's Mop, 40-second skill cooldown, 4,000% earth damage magic. For 15 seconds, you increase own defense and accuracy by 25%, 700 break. When equipped by Ram, increase own defense by 20% whenever Ram uses true arts. Increase Ram's arts by 10, does not stack with abilities of the same name. You increase water resist by 5%, and also your equip is giving a random ability on craft, which is very similar to the Goblin Slayer dagger to an extent. You can think about it like that, where whenever you level it up, you get a random ability. It's similar to here because it's the same thing, same premise. Whenever you craft the true weapon, you're going to be able to obtain a random ability onto it. There's tons of abilities with it. I'm pretty sure we'll get an entire list at some point showing all the abilities you can get, so if you really want to min-max and get the best possible stuff. Next is Beatrice. Beatrice is a dark spirit type. These are her stats, her slots, her skills: a 12-second cooldown, increase own arts by 10, and heal own HP by 10% of own max HP. Her normal art is 15,000% dark damage magic. For 20 seconds, you reduce enemy status resist by 35%, 900 break. True art is 42,000% dark damage magic, high chance to inflict faint. For 15 seconds, you reduce the enemy's dark resist and magic resist by 35%, 1600 break. Her abilities is increase own damage against an enemy by 33% times the number of status effects on that enemy. Her ability is that you increase equipment CT recovery by 10% if unafflicted by any status element, and when near death, you increase skill CT recovery by 15%, and you increase curse resistance by 30%. So she's all about having debuffs on the enemy. The more debuffs she has, the more damage she's gonna gain. So, kind of a cool unit, I guess, if you really like debuffers or really like units like this to ramp up their damage based on their debuffs that they have and then just really go crazy. And then as for her true weapon, she has a 5-star support true weapon. Her skill is 60-second cooldown. For 20 seconds, you increase target's arc gauge by 5 per second. If target is dark, you increase target's arts damage by 20% for 20 seconds. When equipped by Beatrice, you increase attack by 20%. Whenever Beatrice uses a true art, for 10 seconds, you increase allies' dark damage by 10%. Does not stack with abilities of the same name. You increase light resist by 5% as well. And this also has the thing where you can equip a random ability on craft. It's a decent true weapon, not anything crazy, and also her as a unit, she's decent, but not, too wild. Next, I know a lot of people are really hyped for her, is Emilia. Emilia is a water spirit type. These are her slots, her stats, all that good stuff, and then her skills: a 10-second cooldown, 1600% water damage magic, chance to inflict freeze. If this skill inflicts freeze, you increase own arts by 30, 500 break. Her normal art is 14,000% water damage magic. You increase allies' art gauge by 20. For 15 seconds, you increase allies' damage resist by 20% and 1,000 break. Her true art is a 40,000% water damage magic, high chance to inflict ultimate freeze. If this true art inflicts ultimate freeze on the enemy, for 10 seconds, you reduce the enemy's water resist by 70%, which is a huge 2,100 break. Her abilities are: she heals own HP by 100%, she increases allies' critical damage by 50%, she increases freeze resistance by 50%, and she increases seal resistance by 50%. Reading the kit alone, it seems really good if you like I said, debuffers, freezing units, stuff like that. Probably going to be pretty strong. It's just that ultimate freeze, I'm going to be honest with you, without any type of skill or anything that reduces an enemy's freeze resist, it's kind of random at times. Even if it's ultimate freeze, it doesn't always land, and whenever it does land, it may not last as long as it should. But as for her true weapon, it's a 5-star magic. Her skill is on a 55-second cooldown, 6,000% water damage magic. For 12 seconds, you increase water allies damage by 10%, and you increase your own damage by 30%, 800 break. Her abilities on it is: when equipped by Emilia, you increase own arts damage by 15%. Whenever Emilia uses arts, not true arts, for 15 seconds, you reduce the enemy's water resist by 20%. Does not stack with abilities of the same name. Increase magic resist by 5%, and it is able to equip a random ability on craft. And then last but not least, probably one of the best units from this entire collab is Rim. Not the GS Rim, the ReZero Rim. And ReZero Rim is a water demon type. These are her slots, these are her stats. Her skill is a 12-second cooldown, 1300% water damage magic. For 5 seconds, you reduce the enemy's damage by 10%, 600 break. Her normal art is 15,000% water damage magic. For 10 seconds, you increase own attack by 30%, 1,100 break. And then her true art is 52,000% water damage physical. For 50 seconds, you consume 2% of your own HP. It's stackable. This is a stackable debuff on you, by the way. You increase your own critical damage by 80%. This is also stackable. And you increase your own arts gauge by 3%, which is also stackable. 1800% break. This unit is Arch Gen type EX3, and meaning that it can stack with every other unit in the game apart from herself. So she's a ramping damage dealer. She's similar to Goblin Slayer, but she does have a pretty big deficit, which is every time you use her true art, which is going to be able to spam that baby, just let you know, especially if you have her on proper teams and everything, she's going to be literally taking away tons and tons of her HP. But just reading that alone, that's a lot of deeps, you know what I mean? And you may be like, but critical damage, what's that supposed to be? You know, she ain't got no crit chance. You're wrong, she does. One of her abilities is she increases her crit rate by 100% when HP is above 50%. She increases damage to beast by 30%, and when near death, she increases arts by 1 per second, which is going to be near death pretty often, especially if you're going to be using her true art a lot. As for her true weapon, it's a 5-star physical, 40-second cooldown, 7000% water damage physical. For 20 seconds, you increase your own attack by 50%. The first time is used in a quest, you increase your own arts by 50, 1000 break. And then abilities on it is when equipped by Rim, you increase your critical damage by 20%. And whenever Rim uses arts, not true arts, it heals Rim's HP by 20%. Does not stack with abilities of the same name, increase physical damage by 10%, and is able to equip a random ability on craft. So Rim seems absolutely insane. You're definitely going to want this true weapon on her because that healing as that ability is going to really help you, especially just to kind of like negate or, you know, kind of take the pressure off your healers and your support and kind of give her more life and more longevity in fights, because the main thing is that once she starts going, she's going to be consuming her own HP, and you really want to keep her in that state for as long as possible, because that means that your damage is going to keep scaling. Because with the crit damage scaling and the crit damage stacking, it's going to be absolutely insane what she can do. On top of that as well, increasing your critical damage by an extra 20%. So technically, every time you use your true art, she's going to be getting technically 100% critical damage up because she already has a base of 20% using her true weapon. So definitely make sure you get this. If you get Rim, make sure you farm this true weapon from the rank. But if I would rank these guys in order, I would probably say, without going into too detail, I would say probably the best to get from best to worst will probably be, in my opinion, Rim, Emilia, Ram, and Beatrice, in my opinion. Seems like the units that are going to be having the most effect on the community and the people are going to be liking and using the most. Of course, you know, if this is your favorite collab, favorite crossover, the case may be, didn't go for the units you want, you know, hopefully, fingers crossed, you get the unit that you do want from the crossover ticket summon. Because, hey, man, you could get some super hot fire from that guaranteed crossover ticket, so hopefully you guys do get something like that. Should you summon, all that good stuff will be coming out in the next few days, but of course I just wanted to release this video telling you guys all the stuff that is coming in ReZero, the roadmap, give you an idea on all the units and everything. But thank you guys for coming out, man. It's been your boy OP. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more. I'm gonna go and drink some water because my throat's kind of dry. And yeah, thank you all for coming out again. It's been your boy OP, and last but not least, man, don't forget to drink water.